WKRO 217, your news for nowhere.
Good evening, Nowhere. This is Silas Codwell, your charming comrade for the creepy. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning regular, congrats on surviving another night. Odds are still against you. Looks like our guest is chomping at the bits to share his tale. You're on Survive the Night with Silas Codwell. Introduce yourself and share what troubles are haunting you.
Hey Silas, name's Troy. First time caller, long time insomniac.
Welcome to the Sleepless Club, Troy. What's keeping those eyes wide open?
Actually, my eyes themselves. I just got LASIK. Well, sort of.
Sort of?
Well, that was the deal advertised online on Nowhere New Deals.
The BOGO coupon site? What was it? Buy one eye, get one free?
Exactly.
Anyone willing to slice their corneas for a deal already has my curiosity. Where was this place?
The clinic was out past County Road 9, inside the strip mall wedged between a taxidermy place and a psychic's laundromat.
I know that exact place. Strip mall is a bit sketchy though. Taxidermy guy never got my squirrel's eyes right last time I went.
You had a squirrel?
Story for another time. What was the inside like?
Just as sketchy as the outside. The waiting room smelled like antiseptic cherry. You know, like the worst kind of cough syrup you had as a kid. There was also this weird picture hanging from the wall, slightly off-center. It was of that eye on the dollar bill. You know what I'm talking about?
The weird one above the pyramid?
Yeah, that one. I thought they might be patriots or something.
Or something sounds more like it. Continue.
I was greeted by the receptionist, and she had these huge cat-eye glasses and minuscule pupils. She handed me a clipboard and said,
"Please fill this out, Mr. Troy. We only take what's necessary."
What was on the form?
Mostly normal stuff. Name, date of birth, allergies. Until I hit the last question.
Which was?
Have your eyes ever been touched by the unseen? And under that, would you like to see what others cannot?
Pretty sure X-ray vision is illegal in Nowhere for, privacy issues.
I didn't know what it was alluding to. I figured it was some new age marketing gimmick. I checked no, of course. When I brought the form back, the receptionist frowned and said,
"You might change your mind."
I laughed, but she was serious.
Bad sense of humor, it sounds like.
The next second, the door opened and out came the man himself, Dr. Miranda I. Like just the letter I, said it stood for insight.
That's gotta be a marketing gimmick.
Probably. He had these little round glasses that made him look like a dweeb and his eyes looked enormous. It was very disarming. He clapped his gloved hands together and said,
Mr. Troy, come in. Let's make those windows to your soul a little less foggy, yes?
So I follow him into the exam room, which was unlike any eye exam room I'd ever come across.
Consequences of using a coupon, kid.
That's what I figured. The walls were covered in mirrors, floor to ceiling. He gestured to the chair, and I took a seat. And that chair was this shiny recliner that felt like it'd been used for experiments, not exams.
Eyes forward, thoughts backward,
he said.
Let's peel those little curtains and let the show begin.
Before our show continues, if you're riveted by accounts of the strange and scary, subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell. And while you're at it, give this video a like. It helps us give you the content overload you instinctively crave while preventing us from becoming obsolete. Now, back to the story. How did the eye exam start?
With some really weird questions.
Do you sleep with your eyes open? Ever seen something no one else could verify? Any hereditary blindness in your family, physical or spiritual?
I told him no, and no. He seemed pretty happy with his answers, and then rolled out his huge laser machine thing. Looked like a camera lens welded to a car battery of wires everywhere, and it dripped this weird yellow liquid.
At any point did you regret using this coupon?
Obviously not at this point, because, spoiler alert, I still went through the surgery.
Would you call that bravery or stupidity?
I would say cheap.
Fair.
Anyway, he told me,
You'll feel a little pressure and maybe a little revelation. Don't worry, the pain is mostly psychological.
He strapped my head down, and I began to panic. I started to say,
Hey, wait, don't I need antiseptic?
I think you mean anesthetic.
yeah, right, that. Either way, he just responded like,
Oh, you don't want to be numb for this. Seeing is half the fun.
Then there was a sharp sting right across my eye. It felt like it was sliding across the surface, and it flooded my sight. I tried to jerk away, but...
You were strapped in.
Yep, I was strapped in. I felt a pressure deep inside the socket, like something was pushing from behind my eye outward. Then something moved. It was like twitching or crawling, like a worm inside my cornea. I told him.
Yo, something is moving in my eye.
He said.
Of course. That's your sight waking up.
Then there was a flash. Everything went white. My head felt cold, like frost was spreading through my skull. When it faded, Dr. I's face was inches from mine, inspecting my pupils.
Perfect. The world should be flooding in soon. Tell me, Mr. Troy, do you see me?
I responded.
Yeah, I see you, Doc.
He took a beat and then looked deeply into my now sharper eyes and told me they would find me soon.
Who exactly was he talking about?
That's what I asked, but he just unbuckled the straps and pat my cheek before walking away.
Hi, friends. It's your favorite nowhere starlet, Janelle Abiza. While the average nowherean eats 5,000 calories per day and is secure with our government's Blue Grenade health plan, nobody is looking out for the endangered Hilco pig. Why is she endangered? Well, if you eat at Frank's Cafe, maybe you know. Or maybe you don't. That mystery meat special? Yep, it's little Stacy here. But I have good news. For only $129 a day, you can save a Hilco pig. So what are you waiting for? Call 666-723-9078. You're stupid if you don't.
After the procedure, it seemed like everyone had disappeared. The doctor, the receptionist. I walked out to the lobby and the walls were bare. When I walked out to the parking lot to my car, I realized the shadows of the trees weren't lined up right. They were bent. Every branch looked like it was pointing at me.
Wait, who picked you up from the appointment?
I didn't want to pay for an Uber. I just drove myself.
Of course you did.
Anyway, I got in my car, and that's when I see a blurry human-shaped mass in my backseat through the rearview mirror.
You leave your doors unlocked?
No. 1 minute it was there, and the next it was gone. I was damned and determined to get home after that, and I peeled out of that parking lot.
You hit anyone on the way out?
Almost.
Geez, I was just ribbing you. Seriously?
Yeah, a woman. Except she was standing in the middle of the road. I missed her, but still got out of the car to check if she was all right. I called out, "You okay?" But she didn't answer. She just tilted her head.
What did she look like?
Her face was pale and blurry around the edges, like an unfocused smudge of light. But her eyes were pure white, and her pupils were burned out. I blinked and she disappeared.
I bet you ran back into your car after that one.
I'd never driven so fast in my life. My hands clenched the wheel so bad I could barely unclench them when I got home.
Did you see her again?
Not that night. I refused to sleep. I just stared at my door and tried not to blink.
Hungry late, don't delay. Fill your plate, the nowhere way. Is it meat? Is it stew? You'll never guess what's inside of you.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Frank's Cafe. As a reminder, Frank owns this station and the street you live on. So come on down and have the mystery meat special.
Come on down to Frank's Cafe.
How did you feel in the morning?
Surprisingly alert. The blurry, dreary eye grog I usually experience in the AM was gone. My vision was sharper. I could see dust dancing in the air, and the heat was rising off my skin.
So the surgery worked.
Too well, because I was seeing everything, in this world and outside of it. I saw her again, but less blurry now, more haunting. I ran back to my car and sped to the clinic, or I tried to, but it wasn't there anymore, just an empty suite.
That's one way to get out of a refund.
I didn't even care about the money at this point. I just wanted to stop seeing them.
Them?
All of them. Whoever, whatever, I'd started seeing. One night I woke up around 3 a.m. and saw my mother standing by the window in the same dress she was buried in. She didn't move, just kept tilting her head like she was trying to listen to me.
You sure you weren't dreaming?
I wish, but this was all too real. I still remember when she turned around and looked at me. The skin under her eyes started dripping, like candle wax. Every time I blinked, more of it melted off. I told her to go. I screamed at her to leave, and even showed her the door.
Did she leave?
No, because when I opened the door, the hall outside wasn't my hallway anymore. It was like an old hospital corridor. Peeling paint, flickering fluorescence. The floor looked wet, and when I stepped forward, my foot sank through it.
So if this isn't a dream, which I still believe it could be, what do you think this experience was? Are we talking full sensory hallucination or parallel dimension situation?
You tell me. I could still hear my TV in the background, the late night reruns playing. But I wasn't in my living room. The hall was filled with dozens of hospital beds, each with, something lying in them.
Define something.
Bodies, but not still ones. They twitched. Some were headless. Some had heads that weren't theirs, like a collage of faces sewn together. One sat up as I passed it. Its jaw unhinged and cracked right down the center, and it whistled.
Why whistle?
I didn't stay around to investigate. That's when I ran, back through the doorway, straight into my living room again. The TV was still playing, but the screen had faces in it now. Not channels, just faces pressing against the glass like it was a window.
If that were me, I would be canceling my cable subscription.
I tried to unplug the TV, but it didn't matter. The cord kept growing back, and I yanked it from the wall. Heard a scream come through the wire, so I left it.
How long did this go on for?
Days? Weeks? I don't know. It felt like an eternity. People started showing up in mirrors, in puddles, even in spoons. Anything with a reflective surface. I couldn't eat without seeing someone's eyes staring back at me. Sometimes their mouths would move, whispering things I couldn't hear, until I leaned in close enough. And that's when they'd grab me.
Grab from inside the reflection.
Yeah, I've got the scars to prove it. I couldn't take it anymore. The only reprieve I could get was when my eyes were shut.
So what did you do?
I knew I couldn't keep living like this. That the aggressive ones would get a hold of me and never let go. Where they would take me, I refused to find out. The only thing left to do was permanently close my eyes.
And what does that mean?
I found a bottle of cleaner under the sink, the kind with bleach in it. I poured it into a bowl, sat down on the bathroom floor, and stared at my reflection one last time. There were dozens of faces crowding behind mine, all smiling. And that was the first time I smiled back. Then I dipped my fingers in the bleach and rubbed it right across my eyes.
Holy hell.
It burned, it bubbled, I screamed. I don't remember the pain so much as the light. White and perfect light, the same kind I saw after the procedure.
Whew. And after that?
When I came to, the room was dark, but peaceful. No more faces. Just me.
So just to make sure, and to clarify for the audience, you blinded yourself.
I'd prefer to say that I set myself free. Because if I can't see them, they can't see me. They only exist when they're looking at me.
And you're sure they're gone?
I think so. Sometimes I still feel a flicker behind my eyes, like something scratching from behind my corneas from the other side. Better to survive the night than become it.
Well, listeners, that's our bedtime nightmare for tonight. Don't forget to leave a comment or confession. We love hearing from the ones who survived the episode. Keep your eyes peeled for deals that seem too good to be true, or, maybe don't.